We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Titan the Ultraman, issue 1. This is a comic from Advent Comics. There's a couple different dates on it. The cover says Fall of '03 and the indicia says 2012. So I'm not sure which date, but I'm going to go with the 2012 date. The main story is written by Tony Kittrell, art by Austin Brooks. Rachel LaChance did the covers. Chris LeBlanc did the letters. Pietro Bruce was the editor. So we're introduced to Titan and given a very brief overview of him and what his powers are. Apparently he got them from an industrial accident while working as a fighter. His real name is Marcus Cameron. His wife's leaving him and taking the kids, and it's a pretty bitter divorce. She's very angry and he can't tell her that he's Titan. And that's when he comes across some other superheroes who are really rude to him because he had to deal with some demons in a book called Pandemonium, Evil Incarnate and Champions of Hope. They're two interconnected one-shots, and he's trying to reestablish himself as the local hero of Sky City. Well, he goes to some scientists for help, but things go horribly wrong ways there, and there's another accident because this is the same facility where he got his powers, and now they have another accident that creates several more superpowered people, and only one of them decides to join forces, so whatever happened has affected their minds as well. Thankfully, Titan is able to deal with the situation. There's a really cool epilogue that looks like it's leading into another book, and then there's a backup story called Clash with the Titan, written by Tony Kittrell, art by Austin Brooks. Rachel LaChance did the colors, and Chris LeBlanc did the letters. And this time we are introduced to Legend, and Legend is like the original superhero, and he gets mind controlled by an escaped supervillain, and they have to have a big knockdown drag out fight. This was actually a lot of fun to read. It's a pretty simple story. There are some religious overtones, obviously, with the whole thing with demons and whatnot. I've read stuff that's way more heavy-handed on the religious aspects. This was more of a straight-up superhero story with a few religious elements. Very few, in fact. It's pretty subtle. If there wasn't a Bible quote at the end, you probably wouldn't have even noticed. And the art's okay. It reminds me of some 90s art. I didn't have a problem with it. There was one section that did kind of bother me, and that was on pages 2 and 3, where it looks like the art was done on a computer from a much earlier time, and everything looks a little out of focus. But it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. It just looked a little rough and digitized. But the rest of the art's fine. I didn't have a problem with any of it. And at the back, there's these cool, like, fake action figures of the different characters. I thought that was really cool. Some of the guys look really awesome, actually. So yeah, I had a good time reading this. I thought it was a lot of fun. I would recommend it for younger readers, but there is one swear word in here that without that, it wouldn't have been an issue to recommend this to like 12 to 13 year olds, maybe even younger. And I think they would get something out of it. But the swear word kind of makes me hesitate a little bit. There's a lot of underboob too, but I don't think that would even be that big of a problem. But I don't know about future issues with swearing, that sort of thing. Overall though, I'd definitely recommend it. I got it off Amazon. I think it was $6.50 on Amazon. I didn't feel cheated. I'll put a link to it. It's not an affiliate link in the description. But yeah, I had a lot of fun reading it. I'm going to read some more of Advent Comics' books and see what they've got to offer because this was pretty cool. I like Titan. He seems like an interesting character. He's got a pretty complicated life and he kind of gets put through the ringer in this book. He really has to struggle. He's got a lot going on. So overall, yeah, it was a fun read. I enjoyed it and I'm going to order some more books that these guys have. I do have one other book called Cosmos, but I can't find issue 2. That one might have to wait until I can track a copy of issue 2 down because I can order issue 3 through Amazon, but not issue 2. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a sequel book with Titan in it. I think this is pretty fun stuff. A lot of potential here. That'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel in other ways, be sure to share it around. And if you can, support the channel financially. The Teespring store, Patreon, and Streamlabs links are all down below in the description. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.